questions. Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our weekly market outlook for today, being 11th September 2022. So we'll begin by looking at basically the fundamental calendar for the week and see some of the major things to expect and how we could go around them. Now, as you could see, we have the major instruments here on our screen. Today is Monday. We have GDP outlook for the Great British Pounds, and it came out worse than expected. It was forecasted to be around 0.3. It came out at 0.2, so which is worse than actually expected, but better than the previous month. So this will probably impact on the pound, making it a little bit weaker. It's been weak for a while, and looking at this, it's probably going to continue that state. Also, we also have the Aussie NAB business confidence. We also have the CPI and the core CPI on Tuesday from the US. We also have the CPI for on Wednesday for the pound, basically that's in UK, which is the consumer price index, and then also some other major fundamental news. So Wednesday, Thursday are the days with the most high impact news related to the dollar. Even the NZD, we also have the Aussie and also the GBP, as we can see as well. So keep those in mind. Remember, personally, I don't necessarily trade the news. I just pay attention to them to know exactly where we could see an input of volatility, of more volatility as regards the markets. Okay, so we'll jump over to our chart and we'll look at some instruments that we could potentially look to participate in for the week and how you can look to play them out. Okay, so we're going to start by looking at, we'll come back to AUDCAD. Let's start by looking at the DXY, right? So the DXY is the dollar index. It measures the strength of the dollar against the major baskets. Now, as you can see, for the longest of time, the dollar has been on a clear bullish path and is still on that bullishness. So you could see it's making confident higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So it's been clearly bullish as the market has been, making highs and lows constantly, even though many people expect that to be the case. Now, we are looking at this area expecting this bullish run, and sure enough, we had that push into this area and it bounced away. So right now, as it stands, I have no reason to want to expect a long-term bearishness on the market unless we see the market start breaking down. So what we can be looking for is this. We could see, the dollar drop down into a deep area, but I will still be looking for, continuation bullish. So what that means is, now the DXY measures the strength of the dollar against the major baskets. In my opinion, the path of least resistance is for price to actually continue to head higher. I know many people think on the contrary, but that is probably what the market is most likely going to want to do. Now, we could see that happen from where we are now, or we could even see price drop down dip. Now, if you are a Fibonacci type trader, you could just pull up your fib from A to B like this, and anything within the 61.8, 78.6 could offer good potential entries or opportunities for you to then look to get involved in the market. Okay, so basically the dollar is weak now, but we're anticipating that, well, if the dollar is strong overall, this whole retracement could lead to a push in the upside. So that would then take us to EURUSD. Let's look at what that is doing and see. So you can see the inverse correlation between the DXY and the dollar index. The dollar index has been on a clear bullish run, and the EURUSD has been almost inverse to it in a clear bearish run, which is how it is supposed to be. If the dollar index is strong, it means the dollar is strong. And if the dollar is stronger than the euro, we will see this continue to go down. And you can see for the longest of time, for over almost a year now, price has been bearish. And in my opinion, would likely continue to stay bearish until the market decides it wants to go bullish. And for now, as long as price keeps sticking out low, I will still favor a move downward. So basically, all of this push up into this area, for me, I'm just looking for potential retracements to then look to sell this thing back down. Okay, so what could you what could you be looking out on the market for the week? well, you could see this area highlighted. So I highlighted this red zone and this red zone. What it means, therefore, for me is that I'm looking for potential sell opportunities from within here or within here. So I'm looking for opportunities to sell this market for within here or here. Now, basically, let's zoom in a little bit. I don't like to jump into trades. I want to see, I basically want to see the market decide. So let me see something here quickly. Okay, so what I would like to see is for the market to change structure, because here's one thing: it's one thing to anticipate a move, it's another thing to wait for the move to actually confirm, right? So we're anticipating a sell. I'm personally anticipating a sell from this area. But what I would like to see here is for price to confirm that. So one way you can, if you're looking for confirmation, you could have a trend line drawn like this and watch for the break of the trend line. So if the markets were to break this trend line like this, so if price were to break this trend line, that would probably serve as good enough reason for price to then continue to go down. So what I would like to see is this. I want to see price make a new lower high, right? And then I will be looking for confirmation to sell. So I'm bearish on EURUSD for the week, as long as price continues to stay within this blue structure. So if you go up again to the let's look at the daily chart here. You see that I'm looking for two things. I'm anticipating that we'll see a sell-off from within this area. Now, it appears like we're having that sell-off, but it's not confirmed yet. Price could still, still very well go up here. But I'm looking for opportunities to sell. My targets will be this lows down here. Okay, so that's the way I'm looking to play this, and that is, how I'm looking to participate in this one. Please keep your mics muted, Adebayo. You are disturbing us. Now, so EURUSD for the week, actually slightly more bearish. I'm looking for bearish shifts to then take price lower. So either we'll see that shift from here, or maybe we go up a little bit higher and we see that shift from here. But overall, I'm looking for confirmation to sell this. Another instrument we might also want to take a quick look at is Euro Pound. Euro Pound. Okay, no, this one was still waiting for confirmation. Let's look at Aussie CAD. So Aussie CAD, I sent out a trade alert on the Telegram channel. We're looking for selling opportunity. It only gave us a short. I was only able to just. I ended up with a break even on this trade, and you'll see the whole reason why. Now, I think some weeks ago, I sent out this one on the Telegram channel saying we should look for this area would serve as sell zone, and we'll see price drop from here. And since then, we've seen that happen. Actually, I did not participate in this trade because I think that was around the period where I was running around. I was quite busy for my wedding, but that went on as beautiful as we anticipated, and our price is now looking bearish. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking for price to continue to go down, looking to see if we get price come back down to this low. So that low there is, in my opinion, the target liquidity where the market is probably trying to go. And all of that is based on the fact that you could see that the market is clearly bearish and has been bearish for a very long time and has no reason to I have no reason to start waiting for, looking for buys. The market is bearish. It's most likely going to want to stay bearish. It has shifted bearish within the structure. And so I'm looking for only bearish opportunity on this market. Now, if we go down a little bit to the 1 hour charts here, and where is my... So if we go down to the 1 hour charts here, and let's see what the structure within here looks like. What we'll be looking for is for this shift. So you can see, so looking at this area here, this is one trade I think I missed. I missed because I was waiting for price to get up to this zone. I didn't get there, and well, it went our direction. It happens. But here's the thing. So looking at this, you can see how price has been making this lower lows and lower high kind of syndrome, and has still, this is the most recent structure, right? This high to this low here is the most recent structure. That means as long as price stays above this high, there is a very good chance that price is going to come back down and take this low. Okay, so what that means, especially looking at the fact that we are in a bearish market that has shifted bearish on the is bearish on the weekly, is bearish on the daily, is bearish on the 4 hour, it's also bearish on the 1 hour, and it's retracing to a deep retracement level, right? And has gone and tapped into, you know, more like another block. So basically, right now, what I would like to do is look for some sort of confirmation to sell this thing, and here's what I'll be looking out for personally, right? So now, as you can see, we have price tapped into, you know, is within this area. So what I would like to see here is this. I would like to see price come down below this area here, right? So if price closes, so if the markets were to if price was to break below this area and close below it, hopefully below this one too, that would be a very good confirmation to then look for a retracement to sell this and take price back down. So basically on AUDCAD, I'm bearish. I'm waiting for confirmation to now get involved in the sell. So keep that one in mind. Wait for a break below. However it is you want to trade it, remember it's yours. Some of you might want to look at maybe a trend line, like so, and wait for the break of the trend line. Not bad, but I would want to wait for the break below. I want to see price close at least 15 minutes or 30 minutes candle close below this low here. And then if we find that, I'll look to sell this back down. My primary target will be this low. That's my first target to be this low. But my overall target would be the structural low all the way down here. Okay, so that's the way I'm looking to play this one or participate in this. So AUDCAD, waiting for confirmation to sell. If I get involved selling, my target would be down around 0.8728 region. Okay, but I need confirmation to get involved. Okay, I like the fact that the market is breaking down and most likely would continue to do so. Don't have so many instruments that I quite like what you're doing. We just talked about EURUSD, we just talked about AUDCAD. Let's also quickly take a look at the Aussie yen. So the Aussie yen, I think Aussie yen, CAD yen, we had a discussion in this one's a while ago, right? When price was, I think it was down here, and I said most people were anticipating this thing to break down, but I foresee that price is going to come back up to this area, and you can see exactly how that played out. The market is bullish. It's most likely going to continue to stay bullish. I'm just waiting for the market to make up its mind as to where it wants to start turning from. But I'm looking for only buying opportunity on this one. So right now, there's no real setup. I was anticipating maybe we would have seen a pullback, or I'll wait for that pullback. But as you can see on my screen, I'm anticipating I'm looking for opportunities to buy from within this red area. Maybe price drops deep, maybe into something like this. I'll be interested in looking for a buy within these two regions. Okay, let's look at pound dollar. Okay, so pound dollar, similar scenario. It's been bearish. It's most likely going to continue to stay bearish. So I'm going to continue to look for sell opportunities on this one, as price is playing out very nicely. Now, this is the most recent structure, the one I will be interested in, from that low to this high. And you know, we could anticipate. I'll be anticipating. Let's say we get price pull back up toward this region, or toward this region. So any pullback into these areas, remember, I'm still looking for sales. I'm still looking for selling opportunity on this one. If price were to find its way back up toward this towards between 1.1790 to around 1879 or this other area here, I'll be looking for confirmation to sell. Remember, I'm looking for confirmation to sell. Yeah, price might be going up, but I like to trade in the direction of the market. I've found out, you know, personally, you know, when I try and chase the market, it doesn't work. So I try to wait and trade in the direction of the trend. So basically, I'll wait looking for opportunities to get involved selling, but I want to see confirmation within or around these two red zones. Okay, so that's the way I'm approaching those instruments. So let's also look at the gold against the dollar. So actually USD. I've not looked at this one for a while. I haven't looked at this for a while. Well, Well, I'm probably not going to want to do anything here right now because it looks like the market really wants to go down and is most likely going to do that. So price appears to want to really go down. And this low here, it's it's liquidity. I'm sure there are lots of liquidities down here in terms of surpluses and all. People are looking to buy support, and they could all turn to liquidity for the market. So I'll probably want to either wait for a pull back up into this region to look to sell, or wait for a break below this area to look to sell. So but I'm inclined towards selling on this one. I'm inclined toward a sell, and I like to do that maybe within this region. If we had price pull back up into, let's say, somewhere like this, I would be interested in selling and taking this down. So if price pushes itself up, I'll be looking to sell this and target this lows down here. Obviously, I would want to see confirmation. I want to see bearish confirmation before I get involved in this one. Okay. Now, I think those are the main instruments I really wanted to talk about based on setups that you could be looking out for the week. Others you could other instruments you could want to look at is Aussie Swiss. The Aussie Swiss, I'm anticipating a sell as well, but I could look to participate in a potential buy if I get a good setup. So I'm looking to sell from within this, from any of these two red zones, but I'd like to see confirmation. So within the week, if you see price push its way up here, I'll be looking for confirmation to sell. But also, I might be looking for a small buy opportunity if I see confirmation. So if price really starts to deliver bullish, if it starts to break highs and I see a good setup, I might in quotes look to get involved to buy it up to this region or this region, and then look to sell back down. Okay, so nothing much to see here, but just a potential trade to wait on and see how the market decides to play out. CAD yen, similar to Aussie yen, bullish, most likely going to continue bullish. I'm waiting for pullbacks into deep retracement areas to then look to continue to buy. Okay, so for the week, if you see price drop down into any of these regions here, you could start to look for confirmation. You could just simply use a trend line, which watch for trend line breaks or structural shifts within a lower time frame to serve as confirmation bullish for you to get involved, but within these zones. Okay, so those are the instruments that are particularly that particularly stands out for me when I looked at the markets earlier on in terms of trade setups for the week. Now remember, tomorrow as well, which is our cutting edge class for clients only who are on the Telegram channel, we'll be having our cutting edge training is back and better. I'm back from leave, so we'll be having our weekly Tuesdays and Wednesdays cutting edge trading class, where we'll look at all the instruments and try to figure out trading opportunities, live trading opportunities, or potential trading opportunities for the near future, and how we would be looking to participate in them. Okay, so I hope we enjoyed the class. This is where I'll be drawing a close. I'll probably take a question or two. If you want me to look at any particular instrument, I just simply type that in the chat feature. I'll be stopping the recording just now. Remember, I'll upload this on the YouTube channel. So if you're watching from the YouTube, make sure to please leave a like or unsubscribe to the channel. But if you have questions or you have an instrument you want me to look at while we're here, I'll probably just take about 2 and then we'll call it a wrap. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the class. I know some of you came in a little bit late, a lot late actually, so you probably missed out on some parts. So please try and, if possible, come to the classes on time so that you could gain the full advantage or the full course, and you don't have to wait for others, okay?